Good morning, my friends. Welcome to another episode of Frustrated to Freedom. Now, at this stage, we are on episode number 87, The Bright Look. Now, I quoted this one because by now we should be looking to a very bright future where we can see our goals, we can see our objectives, and this is what we want. And by now, we should be used to talking about and getting our list sorted out day and night. I have some other little helpful systems for you later on, but at the moment it's a case of repetition, repeating what you have in those goals, repeating day and night. Just read them out to yourself and then visualize. Remember, the combination is not just to memorize. Memorize is something in the background. Visualize is when you can see it in detail, and detail is what we have to get. We get the picture in detail, and that's what we do. Then picturing that in detail is exactly what we got to do. Now we've got to the stage, we're starting off on this new schedule, on this new one here. We're well on our way, and the lazy man's way to riches. All of it comes from Napoleon Hill. He was the basis of the whole thing, and it was Andrew Carnegie who started the whole process and got Napoleon Hill to go out and interview 500 businessmen and women as to how are they successful, why are they successful, why can do better than others. And by asking these questions, he started the basis of it all. And as you can see from the load of books behind me here, that's only a fraction of what's available. People have gone on to think, to talk, and to try and refine the whole system. Now, we still haven't got to a stage where we can press a button and get the magic of what we want. Because remember, I keep telling you that all of this process, the magic is you. You have got the magic inside you. And that magic relates totally back to visualization. That's the final stage of the process, is the visualization. So we dream, we think, we plan, then we prepare our plans, we write out our plans in detail. This is coming to making thoughts into practicality by putting the plans down in detail. Then we take action, and then we visualize. We visualize the process of getting from the sheet of paper up to the process to the finished article. And that's all part of the visualization process, which we've got to go through. Now, how many people do you know who all think that the best is behind them? That they all believed, oh yes, they were wonderful days back then. Oh, the 80s, the 70s, the 90s, they were all wonderful days when we had freedom, we had this, that, and the other. And how many people do you know of that sort of attitude? Well, that's the escapism. Yes, we've all had good times, but the best times are yet to come. So there you are. The best is yet to come, because you're now learning the whole process of how to proceed with this attitude. And this is the finding attitude, and this is the gaining attitude of the whole thing, the visualization of everything that you want. Your list of goals, the process for you getting there, all of these things, this is all part of that process. And this is the process now. So people a lot of business people start off in their 50s and 60s to actually start a business, when 90% of others are thinking about slowing down. thinking about retirement. Now, retirement, as I've said before, is just a mental attitude where the government very kindly give you some money to stay at home or do other things. But not to sit down and do nothing. You still got to be productive, because if you're not productive, like a field of grain, it'll just disappear. You've got to be productive. You've got to keep weeding. You've got to keep doing to keep yourself active, and certainly keep the mind active. So by doing this sort of thing here, it doesn't matter what age or what state you start in. If you start with the correct mental attitude, and the mental attitude is entirely up to you, how you are going to promote it, because you, and now you think of you as an individual, but in this orientation here, we are part of a group. And that's the big beauty of this sort of thing. You're not a single person. You're a member of a group. So that as far as Wealth Academy is concerned, and as far as your dreams to success are concerned, which is the same sort of thing, we are all members of the same group. We are all trying to achieve. And your achievement is that list that you made out. You made it out yourself, and that's what your target is. So the fact that you're starting off now at the age of 60, 70, 80 doesn't matter a hoot, because this is the process that you're going through, and it's the mental attitude now to say, yes, I am on the way, I am going to do it, and this is the way it's going to happen. Belief and desire. These are the big factors. And the belief and desire that started off with Napoleon Hill when he was told to go out and find out this information. How do these people succeed? How can they do it? So Napoleon Hill got it started, and now, all these years later, we have people coming up, and there's still more books being written in the same theme. So we have now got the benefit of, instead of looking at stage one, we're looking at the end stage. We're looking at it right at the end now, where we know the process works. So the bright look is the brighter side of everything. The bright look is the fact that there's wonderful things ahead of us, and all we've got to do is get the right mental attitude towards it all. And that is, my friends, the fact that you know and you believe in yourself. You believe in the destination you're going through. Everything. See you tomorrow, my friends.